Nobody get too drunk and forget to save the recording this time.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
That sounds awful. Like,
The only reason that I'm happy that happened is because I feel like both Joshua and I were motivated to like make it up to the patrons. Like we had this special bonus episode that we set aside time to record and recorded it, and then it exploded and never was. And now I'm like, I feel bad.
Well, and we could do it again.
recreate it.
I know. I feel like we gotta wait. I feel like we gotta wait a bit though. I actually want to fucking. I Eric hates Dragon Ball Z'd it. I didn't go in with like notes or an outline. There was a few things that I absolutely wanted to talk about because I had forgotten to talk about them during the happy hour.
Yeah.
And then I didn't talk about those things.
Oh.
I mean, it's okay because the episode doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So
But you've got a third chance to try it, to actually
It's
say
true.
those things.
third time's the charm.
Sometimes the charm.
That's
Just don't Eric hates Dragon Ball Z. I don't know how well. What a weird verb.
Dragon Ball Z it.
Yeah, I don't know
But
how
you-
well
I know.
DBZing it works for Tales, just because it's usually so structured.
It doesn't. It's too structured.
Yeah.
I was just in that mindset. But
Speaking of which, was I supposed to come up with something for this episode?
no,
Like another
this
concept?
one's
I think.
Okay.
This is gonna be
the
the-
saga in review. The final
Yeah.
saga in review.
I think it's going to be the end with a whimper, though, not a bang.
FSIR.
This one. I think our next episode will be the one with the bang if things
Yeah.
work out the way that you want them to, which I think it's a really good plan.
You've got a lot of fan mail to get through for this.
fucking do.
Not the episode we're recording tonight, but the next episode. And then we're just kind of going to talk about the podcast in general and what it's meant to us and all this stuff. And we've got some stuff from our community that we're going to try to splice in.
Oh, that's cool.
And then after that, after Eric hates Dragon Ball Z is officially over, I want to get you back in the recording studio so we can do our pitch idea.
Yeah.
Figure out what the hell we're doing next.
Yeah. Are we recording that? Is that the next episode of Eric hates Dragon Ball Z after our finale? Is we just sit in a call and figure out what the fuck we do next?
I want that to be the case. I mean, I don't care if anybody else has any other ideas, or
That's the thing. We don't have the ideas.
I think it would be fun just to get us three bullshitting and just throwing shit at the wall, and then either have the community vote at the end of it and give them like 3 choices,
Yeah.
or maybe we come up with a brilliant idea, just like the inception for this podcast, and then we're excited about running with something new. Because right now, I don't know what the hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
Or we end in this exact same spot that we start, and then it's just like, oh shit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Eric hates could literally just be let's record us talking about it. Let's make that
I
an
think
episode, because
I think there's a lot of options on the table, and like, let's just untangle that web and have it for people to listen to. And that way, if the podcast
thing.
implodes on itself, we'll have some kind of record.
Yeah. One of us ends up not being able to record for some reason. We get, I don't know, we take some flack to the throat. We can't.
No, because then
anymore.
you could get a voice modulator AI.
Hello.
We get.
My name is Eric, and I hate Dragon Ball Z.
Do you guys realize that we are already on track for having the perfect AI voice companion? Like, all we gotta do
What?
is boot up that software. Sorry, I explained that weird. And throw in the tracks of Spencer, all of them from Dragon Ball Z and Tales of Nowhere. Throw that into an AI. And it'll spit out my perfect voice. And then I can do the same for Eric and John. And we don't have to record anymore. We just type it all out, and it'll make a podcast using our voices.
That would actually be
Just
awesome.
put it in Chat GPT, teach it what to do, and we're good.
Yeah,
Holy
exactly.
shit.
You just need an audio version of that.
That is not a bad idea at all. We really could. I mean, I don't know. That would take so much research. But
All
really,
you got to
we
do
could-
is find one of those auto transcription sites, because like Slack has some kind of integration with it anyway, as we found out from uploading our voicemails to each other, these voicemails to each other.
Yeah.
Just take our finished edited episodes, get transcripts, paste that into ChatGPT, and be like, create an Eric Hates Dragon Ball Z episode. And see what it
Oh
comes
my
up with.
God.
Yes.
And then we'll read it and be like, okay, now separate the lines by character so that we can read this as a script. And then it'll fucking do it, because that's what it does.
Yeah.
And then we'll just read
Script
the
it out,
result.
and we'll just read it. And we'll
That is
create-
actually fucking brilliant.
That would be a fun thing to do, I think.
Yeah.
That would be
I don't know what it would come up with.
I don't mean
it would
either.
come up with some kind of like imaginary Dragon Ball Z episode.
Yeah.
Right? Because it would be like, and then this happened, and this happened.
Yeah.
But it's not based on anything. Like, what would it say? I don't know.
I'm really curious.
That sounds fun.
I kind of want to do this now because I think you and I have talked about this before, Spencer, where we're like, yeah, we should lean into the AI thing because it's exciting and interesting.
Well, I think like it would be a good buffer between what we're doing now and whatever we do next, especially because Eric's got a few life-changing things happening. I've got a few life-changing things happening.
Be good to
John
buy
is
some
always
time
busy.
And just get set for the next thing.
I'm always free and busy. I'm I'm available to do recording stuff, but
like physically, but not emotionally or mentally,
sexually.
I'm always sexually ready for it. So anyway, do you want to intro this thing? Did we have enough of a pre-game talk?
I think there's something in there, maybe.
7 minutes, but
we'll see.
Who cares? Who cares? Who listens to this? Who gives a shit?
Yeah. I guess. Welcome to Eric Hates Dragon Ball Z. No, you know what we should do first?
What?
We should do a big boy shout out.
Oh,
fuck.
It's time for a big boy shout out.
Right up front.
Where we thank all of the top tier patrons that contribute to our podcast on our Patreon page, patreon.com/EHDBZ.
You got it.
Probably.
Yeah. And
most likely.
I don't know that I can do this from memory.
Oh, come on. Try. We have 4 of them somehow.
Do you remember any from last time you were on the podcast, Eric?
Of the big boy shout out? I didn't do those, so it's just from memory.
Oh, yeah, you didn't. You just did all of them.
So is MJ one of them?
Yes.
Okay.
MJ Snyder is one.
MJ Snyder, and then the fish one, is that one of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the other one that I had to remember too.
I think that's all I got in me, guys. Sorry. Tyler.
Oh,
Tyler Hyatt.
Hyatt.
Okay, now be like, oh yeah, and Tyler Hyatt.
Oh yeah. Tyler Hyatt, I think, is one of them.
Whoa!
Look at that.
You got that.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Coming in clutch.
Yeah. And then we have one last one, which I don't expect anybody to remember because it's new.
The new guy.
The new guy.
Exciting.
Dalton.
It's the
That's so
kid.
good. Oh my gosh. We would also always like to remember Spencer Feuerstein.
That's our big boy shout out. Check our Patreon page. We got extra stuff up there, including extended cuts.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate the series. I don't even have words. Stop.
There's no words.
Why is probably better. Why is probably better.
Well, I don't know if we want to pull at that thread.
Okay, all right.
There's so many reasons.
Shit, should I do it last time?
If you want to.
The last.
I was going to ask if you
time?
wanted to. It's the last time.
The last time. Wow.
2 years ago, we started a podcast.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. Last time on this entire podcast, we watched through the show Dragon Ball Z and attempted to convert our friend Eric into enjoying a television program that we were hyped as hell about. After watching through the entire television program, we may be at a different place than when we started, or maybe we're in the same place. Let's find out this time on Eric Hates Dragon Ball Mother fucking goddamn Z. By the way, I'm keeping your little throat clear in there because it's fucking perfectly timed.
What?
I'm not gonna say that on the pod. Like if I do the last time, I'm not gonna say it like that. I don't have the rhythm, the sense of rhythm.
No,
Why would you be doing the last
does
time?
but
I'm
John.
confused.
I don't know. I've done it like once.
What kind of song did you write that needed that in it?
Well, it's because our intro song goes bam, 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 and so for the remake it goes bam, bam, like a big countdown. You'll
Okay.
hear it. Whatever. Don't
It'll be
question
cool.
my methods, Eric.
You have to
I'm
send
not
it to him
questioning.
separately.
I'm
He
just
doesn't
trying to
listen this
understand.
podcast.
I'm just trying to put some understanding to the madness, which I clearly is
Fair.
not possible. So moving on.
Welcome to Eric Hates Dragon Ball Z. I'm Spencer,
I'm John.
I'm Eric.
and today is a very special episode. Actually, it's not. It's just more of the same. But
It really is.
It's special because it's the last time.
It's special.
It's the very last saga in review. We're gonna be going over the Boo saga, which like these last few seasons of Dragon Ball Z are a little muddy, but it's from
What a nice way to say that.
it's from the appearance of Purple Evil Boo all the way until the 5 episodes we watched together, which ends with Goku leaving his family, friends, and everybody he knows to go teach a random boy from a far off village the ways of martial arts.
So many episodes. That's so
dumb.
much shit.
Well, this episode is special because I actually have 5 episodes of context.
It's true.
You know, what happened, kind of. So when you say boo, I know what that means instead of I'm thinking of the ghost from Mario, but like King Boo or something. But no, he's even worse. So I guess that's special.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Sure.
But I don't know what Evil Boo is.
Well, yeah, that's what we're going to get
we'll
into.
give you some context. So for this saga and review, honestly, we're going to keep it pretty chill. But helping us out, putting Band-Aids over this whole thing, are going to be some fan-picked favorite moments as they kind of guide us through the saga and review. The problem is, this saga is so divisive. Actually, it's probably just like the most hated, probably. So there's like a few choice moments that everybody will talk about, and then a bunch of stuff that nobody will mention. So we'll guide you through this the best we can, and then our fans will come in.
I sure hope so.
Because John doesn't have shit.
Oh, man. This saga sucked. Like, it just was not the best. And that's my opinion on it. And I'm so sorry to those people that really loved this stuff, because we got a text message. We'll do all the voicemails and text message fan stuff next episode. But we got a voicemail that really just kind of nailed down part of the reason why Spencer and I hated this so much. And it's because over the course of the show, we went from being fans to being critics. I don't think they're wrong to say that. I think they're entirely right that we went from just simply enjoying it to enduring it.
It's all coming up, Eric. This is
perfect. And I don't know when that transition occurred, but the most pronounced version of it was this arc. For sure. Even you, Spencer, who really tries to keep a positive outlook on things.
I lost it a few times.
You couldn't. And this arc does not hold up under critique, but trying to explain it to Eric, I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
It's going to be bonkers. Is that what that means?
Explaining this one is going to be absolutely bonkers. Yeah.
Maybe we should ask him what he remembers from the whole show, because we're at the end, right?
Oh, boy.
That's a good point.
That could be fun.
Like
so,
now?
Eric, summarize Dragon Ball Z up to the point where we are. What you remember?
Okay, yeah, I'll just throw out whatever's in my brain at this moment.
I like it. From the top.
From the beginning.
It from the top.
Yeah.
Goku's a Saiyan, used to have a tail, doesn't have a tail. Master of... Is it Kung Fu? Do they ever, say what?
Fighting.
It's just fighting in general. Okay, yeah.
Isn't it like isn't he? This isn't in Dragon Ball Z, but isn't he like part of the turtle school?
Yeah, they're like the turtle school of fighting, though. It's not of kung fu, of karate, of jujitsu. It's of fighting.
It's just fighting in general.
So it's just fighting. Yeah.
I mean that covers everything. So you can use all kinds of moves, except for they just use the same ones over and over again. But so yeah, he's got a bunch of friends. Someone comes to fight the most powerful person in the world, and it's Vegeta, who turns out to be his brother or something, and then defeats him, and then Vegeta turns good, and then giant bug comes to destroy all the people on Earth, named Cell, and then they fight him. Oh wait, no, we got Frieza first? I can't remember the order, but then we got a guy named Frieza. Goku dies in there somewhere, goes to hell for a while. There's some weird shit. Frieza, he fights him, and then guess what defeats him? Oh yeah, there's some androids in there somewhere where they were built to defeat the fighters and probably destroy the Earth again. It's the same shit every time. And then guess what? He defeats them, and oh wait. We got Trunks comes from the future to say that someone's gonna come fight him, help him defeat someone. So we got a new friend. He has a kid in there somewhere.
Who is he? Trunks?
Oh, sorry, Goku. Goku has a kid in there somewhere. His kid is supposed to be the best fighter in the world, but it doesn't stop him from abandoning him, like the shit dad that he is. So we got that. Piccolo's in there too. He shows up.
Yeah, what are Goku's friends' names?
Oh yeah, I can get most of them. We got Piccolo, we got Krillin, Gohan is his son, we got Chi-Chi as his wife, we got Master Roshi, kind of. We got, is there someone called Tien?
Yeah.
There is.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's someone else that's like right on the tip of my tongue, but I don't. We got Vegeta, did I say that? We got Trunks, we got King Kai, we've got... Oh my gosh, I'm missing a big one. Does it start with a K?
The only one that I can think of that you're missing isn't really big.
Who's the guy that showed up in the car in one of the last episodes we watched?
Yeah, it's
Yamcha.
Yeah.
Yamcha, something
Nailed
like that.
it. That's it.
That's exactly right.
Those are the
He did
friends
show
that I
up in the
remember.
car.
Oh yeah, they power scale like crazy, and it's meaningless and pointless. There's sensu beans in there that helps them recover, which feels like cheating, but they still use them all the time.
Until they forget they exist.
Yeah. What's the last saga, guys? Not this one, because this one's
The
Boo.
one before this is actually still Boo. Do you remember a wizard named Bobbity?
Bippity Bobbity and Boo, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Bibbity's his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess kind of the whole crux of that season is summoning Boo and then Boo's redemption arc that actually happens over the course of a single episode.
One episode
I think.
redemption
Yeah.
arc, baby.
Does he get redeemed, or does he just die and reincarnated and is different?
Both.
He makes a friend in Hercule Satan who teaches him
Hercule,
right
I
and
forgot
wrong.
him. Yeah.
But he only shows up he's one of my favorite characters, but he's not like part of the Z.
He's
lore.
not part of the gang.
They find a dog, and Boo has empathy for the dog, and then somebody kills the dog, and he gets real mad, and steam comes out of his head, and then from that steam cloud emerges.
Yeah, he births the evil one.
So Boo just like gets mad and like pushes all of his anger and evilness out of him
Kinda.
to this
Pretty
concentrated
much.
evil Boo.
And it creates a new life form.
He's very
He's
scrawny
very skinny,
looking.
scrawny. You can see his bones a little bit. and
It's
he's just like,
disturbing.
And Boo is still there and is just like,
Yes.
yeah,
good?
now there's two of them, and
Or
one is
bad?
good and one is evil.
Okay.
Yeah, the good one is the big chubby pink one. The evil one is the thin grayish, brownish, like earthworm Boo is what we call him.
Earthworm Boo. 'Cause he looks
Yeah.
like
He
Earthworm
only-
Jim.
Yeah.
But before we get too far into this, because now we're cruising
Well,
on through.
How was my recap? I mean,
Oh,
it was
sorry.
great,
We didn't give you
honestly.
feedback. It was really good.
Mhm.
I was gonna make a joke about how you forgot Frieza because that's one of the most
that's the best part.
memorable. I don't know, the best. It depends on who you ask, but
Yeah.
a lot of people fucking love Frieza. So that would have been funny. But you remember, dude. You got
Yeah.
all the bullet points.
Look at me.
The major villains, the major characters.
There's hope for everyone out there
You
yet.
transposed Raditz and Vegeta
Oh,
in the very,
yes.
very, very, very beginning.
That's right.
Raditz is Goku's brother. But I can see how you would make that mistake. That's not actually that big of a
Yeah.
big of a mess
So
up.
that was like 2 years ago. We talked about it, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly. I was very impressive.
I am very disappointed, but
Yeah. Now you can go forth into the world knowing that you've prepared.
ugh, I have to live with myself.
That's all we ever wanted.
Now I can be done with it, is really what it is.
Dragon Ball is still gonna, there's potential for going through GT and Super and stuff, but Dragon Ball Z, I think, was something pretty special. It existed at a weird time in anime and television. There was a lot of change going on, and it was nice to go back through it. But
Do we want to talk about that in this one, or do we want to talk about that more in the next one? Because I will just go for
more in the next one for sure. Yeah,
Okay,
because we could
all
go
right.
off for that.
Yeah,
but
I'm holding
yeah.
back. I'm just
Save
reading
that.
through what we got from our fans to see if they had anything to add about our their favorite moments or certain specific points
Yeah.
in this arc. And most of what we got, I'd say 100%, is just about the things they love and hate about Dragon Ball Z, which is totally
That's
fair.
fine.
Because
Oh,
I think we only
yeah.
mentioned it one time, like, hey, give us your favorite part of the marker.
Should we just do the fan stuff first, or should we try to place it in chronological order?
Yeah, I don't know how you want to structure this necessarily. I'm sitting here trying to think about it.
I don't really care. Let's just
Eric hates Dragon Ball Z.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's Eric hates Dragon Ball Z. Maybe we just we'll just do the same thing we did for our first saga in review. Wrap it all around in a big old bow,
Yeah.
and we just explain it. And then at a point when somebody said this was my favorite thing, we'll just be sure to include it. How about that?
Yeah, that sounds good. So the first point that I've got is pretty much right in line with what we've covered chronologically already. What happens is Evil Boo is spawned forth And then
So I'm sorry. What do we call is it Evil Boo?
It's Evil Boo. So there's
Yeah.
2 Boos now. And I guess we just trade off just like we did before in that first Saga in review for the shit that we can remember about the show. So there's the Good Boo and Evil Boo. Evil Boo is more powerful. And I don't remember how they explain why Evil Boo is more powerful. One of the Kais is like, well, the evil one has all the fight power or some shit. And so the evil one beats the shit out of the good one. The good one is a last-ditch attempt to win, uses the candy beam that turns people into candy that he's been using this whole time.
Did we mention that? I can't remember if we mentioned
I don't know if we mentioned that, but that's the thing.
I thought it was a beam that turns anything into anything.
Well,
it is, but
at this point, it's just a beam that turns people into candy.
Okay, so he hasn't power scaled yet.
Yeah, he hasn't vooped quite yet, but he's going to voop real soon. The Good Boo tries to turn the Evil Boo into candy, and then the Evil Boo blows it back. He breathes in, and then he goes, whoo, and then the candy beam goes back to the Good Boo and turns him into candy. Evil Boo, Boo eats the candy and then has an orgasm and becomes Super Boo.
He doesn't birth forth a new Boo. He becomes a new Boo.
Yes. So that's what happens. Evil Boo eats him and then like has a rage freak out session where he just screams happily. And I hate that is in my memory for the rest of my life. That's what he does. He just freaks out and then becomes a new version of Boo called Super Boo, which is this lean, tall, genuinely scary at times version of Boo.
That sounds like the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Like, I'm gonna turn this guy into chocolate and then eat him, and then I become competent.
Yeah, just pay attention to the math because it's a little messy.
A little bit. So anyway, now there's Super Boo, which is the prime version of the villain, the ultimate evil version. And at this time, if I remember right, Goku had just taught his son and Vegeta's son, Goten and Trunks, how to do the fusion dance. And they are on the lookout practicing, right? Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember this, but Trunks at this point is a small 7-year-old child. He's not the same Trunks.
Yeah.
Somehow Trunks. It's a kid. Oh, this is real Trunks timeline, not from the future. What happened to future Trunks?
He went back.
He goes back home.
He goes home.
He saves the world, and then he goes back to his timeline where the future's all doomed and wrecked, and then he kills androids there and saves the world there.
Does he ever meet himself as a baby?
I think he does it in Dragon Ball Z. He like at least sees him.
Oh yeah, he sees like his baby himself.
As the baby himself. Yeah. But in Super, Trunks has grown up a little bit. So and future Trunks comes back again for some reason that I don't know because I haven't seen it.
It's a fan favorite character. So
yeah,
he's got it.
So yes, he does at some point.
Interesting. All right.
It does seem cool. I hope it is.
Maybe we'll
anyway, so Super Boo don't take no shit from nobody. And the best part about him is he doesn't really talk at this point. So he just kind of grunts and yells, and he's just sort of a monster. And I can't remember how he gets up on Kami's lookout, but he gets up on Kami's lookout.
Goes. He
senses the power level of the fighters up there because they're trying to fuse. Anyway, so he goes up there and destroys everybody on the planet.
Yeah. So okay,
he puts his arm up, and this is Artex's favorite part of the saga. Boo murks the almost entire population of the Earth on the lookout.
Yes. That happens. So the prime version of Boo is on the lookout, and Piccolo, in an attempt to gain time for the fusion dance, because they're still training, says there are still plenty of humans that you can go kill on Earth. And Boo takes that as, oh, I should solve that problem. So he just kills every single one at the same time.
Yeah, which is hilarious.
Nice. Way to go, Piccolo. Promoting mass murder.
Okay, so they're screwed, right? The boys aren't ready to fuse yet, and fusion is like the ultimate savior of this whole conflict. It's the only thing that can become powerful enough to kill Majin Buu.
Thing that we've never heard of until now.
Yeah. Well, a few episodes ago it was introduced.
Okay, cool. Yeah. That tracks.
Aren't they like, hey, Super Buu, you want to fight a real strong person?
Yeah, all I remember is Piccolo's giant hourglass, man. That's all I remember. Like, Piccolo makes a deal with Buu to wait an hour and creates a giant hourglass out of thin fucking air, because I guess that's another thing that he can do.
Well, Piccolo's always been able to do that since the clothes beam in the first
Yeah, but what are the limits? Okay, I can't. So he creates an hourglass, and then we like Super Boo says, "Okay, I'll wait an hour." And they wait an hour. And the reason that the hour matters is because they shunt the kids into the hyperbolic time chamber, which is that, if you'll remember, space, the interdimensional space where time moves at one whatever Toriyama wants the speed of real time.
Yeah, so an hour in the real world is equivalent to roughly a day.
Isn't it 7 days? Because they get a week.
Is it a whole week?
Yeah,
no,
I think they
it
get
can't.
like a week, don't they?
Maybe you're right, because a whole day is like a year, right? 24 hours is a year.
Have forgotten
from the Cell Saga.
So yeah, if 24 hours is a year, then 1 hour is definitely longer than a day, right?
It's like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
roughly.
Yeah, so they get. Yeah, we figured it out. You just use math.
Well, I don't know if that's actual math, but okay.
It's guesstimation.
So why do they need the kids to do the fusion dance? Why can't Vegeta and Goku do the fusion dance and beat the shit out of him?
Because the kids have the highest potential.
Well, you're not wrong, but also Vegeta's dead.
True.
Goku is dead. He's only got 24 hours on Earth, and then he was escorted back up to heaven. So he knew that he wouldn't have enough time to do it. The people that fuse have to be roughly the same height and like weight and build
and power level.
So Vegeta and Goku could do it, but they're both dead. Goku and Gohan could do it, but Gohan's dead. People, they don't know that he survived at this point, I don't think.
Yeah.
The kids are the only options, and they know that the kids are really powerful because even though they're 6 years old or whatever, they can go Super Saiyan.
Right. Yeah. They got the most potential energy.
They do.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're going to throw them at Boo, and they're in the hyperbolic time chamber training, and they do. They eventually get real strong in there. I mean, it takes them a little while, but they get real strong. Super Boo gets tired of waiting, doesn't even give the full hour, because why would he? Piccolo leads him into the hyperbolic time chamber. Piccolo's ultimate plan is to destroy the door of the hyperbolic time chamber. I can see you laughing, Spencer, because you're remembering the plot points.
If the kids can't succeed in killing Boo, then Piccolo's plan is just to destroy the time chamber entrance and trap Boo in there permanently.
Yeah.
So he won't be able to do any damage.
Piccolo's going to sacrifice himself and the kids to save.
Yeah.
To save what? Everyone's dead.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the kids are like, hey, we should play a fun game when we're fighting Boo. Let's be just like our dads and like pretend we can't use our powers and pretend that he's too powerful. And then we'll show him this ultimate move.
Yeah. So the kids are making fun of how the show works, basically.
Yeah,
that's great.
They're just like, all right. And we have to name all of our attacks. This one's going to be the Super Badger Slam. This one's going to be the Running Angry Wombat. Like they're just making up
None of those
names.
are the real ones. You could have used the real ones because they're ridiculous enough as it is. Like Galactic Donuts.
Oh, you're right. Galactic Donuts or Die Missile Barrage.
Or Super Ghost Kamikaze Attack.
Yeah. And
the show is making fun of itself at this point.
Yes.
Yeah, it's actually got a bit of meta humor, and I liked it. I think this saga starts really strong and then just tanks.
There are moments that are genuinely good. And this is debatably one of them. This area where Super Boo is a good villain. The previous Boo talked way too much. Super Boo doesn't talk nearly as much and is just scary. So there's some genuine let's see this work out. Here's why it doesn't.
Can you guess?
Because it's Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, can you guess? Actually, that would be great. So they're in the hyperbolic time chamber. Boo fights the kids. Can you guess how this fight works out?
He defeats them. They do their whole thing, and then he still beats them in their powerful form.
I mean, it's pretty close.
The kids are obviously not going their full, and Piccolo scolds them for it.
It's just the kid at this point. It's Gotenks. They fuse.
Yes, you're right. The two kids become one and become Gotenks. And there's a certain point where Piccolo thinks, because the kids are playing around and not giving their full power, oh shit, we're fucked. I gotta break that door. I'm gonna trap us in here forever.
Yeah.
So he does.
And the kids are like, why did you do that? We were going to beat him. We had this special move. And Piccolo's like, well, why the hell did you fake like you were defeated? And there's like, because that's what we do. That's how we fight.
Yeah,
that's what always happens.
Yeah, that's basically what they say.
So they have one special move that they're working up to.
Oh, it's a doozy though.
Yeah.
It's a doozy.
Oh, yeah, you'll like it.
So do you remember the clip that you watched in the last Saga review that we made you watch on YouTube of Goku going Super Saiyan 3?
Yes.
And how it was like 3 solid minutes of screaming?
Yeah.
The kids can do that now.
Oh, great.
And it doesn't take them 3 minutes.
Oh.
They can just do it.
Yeah, they're that strong.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. So that just happens.
And then they're fighting Boo. I don't remember why they stopped fighting, John.
So they stopped fighting because Piccolo and Gotenks are arguing about, no, I could have beaten Boo. I was just screwing around. If you ever watched the show, Super Boo hears this and is reasonably upset that he is trapped in another dimension forever. And so he does what you would do when you're trapped in another dimension forever.
This is one of Sebastian Oliveira's
perfect
plot points that he likes about this.
Yeah.
That he wanted to point out about this. Super Boo fights Gotenks in that white dimension, then yells so loud until a portal back to the Earth dimension opens up.
He just yells and a portal opens up.
Yeah. Super Boo screams so much that the dimensional barriers shatter and a little just whoop opens up back to the Kami Tower on Earth.
How do you think that was written in the script? Did they just say that?
We're assuming there was a script.
Well, yes, that's true.
There was like, oh man, that's such a cool cliffhanger. Let's destroy the entrance and just have him trapped there.
Then
without thought, it was just like, I don't know, I guess he screams. We got to get him back. Not like, let's have a whole episode where they're fighting further out in the dimension than ever before. And we get like, the Tales of Nowhere thing where they actually explore a little bit and then find like a really old and decrepit other entrance that leads out somewhere from the DBZ lore or something like that.
That'd be cool.
No.
Or they find someone else that's been trapped in there forever. He's so strong and he just defeats him like nothing. And then he opens the door.
He becomes the villain.
The Timeless Guardian.
Oh.
That's a very Dragon Ball Z.
Really
that's a better than Dragon Ball Z name, honestly.
And he could even be like, okay, I could beat you so fast, but I got to protect this dimension. You guys got to get out of here, or else this entire dimension's going to shatter.
Yeah.
So, bye.
Spencer,
and he just like, whoop.
Do you remember the other dimension inside of Kami's tower that they went to during the Garlic Jr.?
It was like it was like an alternate universe where everything was exploded and there just happened to be like villains there that wanted to kill him.
Oh, not even that one. That's just Mr. Popo sends the Z Fighters to Hell dimension in their dreams or some shit.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm talking about in the Garlic Jr. saga when Kami himself, when Kami was a guy. Yeah, and goes and explores and fights like literally the old guardians of the Tower of Time and shit.
All the dead guardians go there. I can't remember much else about it, but yes, I do remember that.
That could have been out there.
That could have been a thing. Anyway.
That's too smart.
Boo yells a lot and then leaves.
And then the portal opens up and then they go through it. Gotenks and Piccolo were like, oh crap, we got to jump through this hole before it closes because it starts closing. So they jump through too, and then they're on the other side. And like some of the only other people on the planet, which consist of like Chi-Chi, Bulma,
Yamcha,
Gohan's
Krillin.
girlfriend, Videl, Yamcha, Krillin,
Krillin's daughter.
They're like all hanging out on Kami Tower because they were all taken there for safe refuge because it's like the safest place on the planet. But now Super Boo's out and there's nothing to stop him. And so he kills everybody. On the tower.
Because the only people that can stop Boo are stuck in a dimension where time moves really slow.
I thought they came out with him.
Well,
we see from their perspective them jumping through, but really it takes like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah,
in real time.
Yeah, because time is.
I really don't know that the show even mentioned that or made use of that, but like
I remember we yelled about it.
Yeah, but I think it's just clever enough to make sense. So anyway, he kills everybody. Eats them all up.
And we have an Erwin point, which is Chi-Chi slaps Boo in the face and gets turned into an egg and then stomped on in front of Goten, who then starts fucking around 20 minutes later.
With no remorse for his mother.
Which actually, this happened before they ever went in the time chamber. I remember this now because Chi-Chi was the only one who wasn't taking Boo's shit. And went and slapped Super Boo in the face while he was waiting
in front of the hourglass.
And he says, "Do you like eggs?" And then turns her into an egg and stomps on her. And it's actually
how do you like
really
them
tragic.
Eggs?
Yeah, it's a genuinely like, oh God moment in the middle of the show out of nowhere. And then Goten starts fucking around 20 minutes later and is totally fine, even though he just watched his mom get turned into an egg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see some good ideas in this. But it's just like the classic thing where it's like, oh, we got a couple good ideas to start off this saga, and then they don't plan anything else on the back end to like land it, you know?
This voicemail is from one of our listeners, Ryan. People in our Discord will recognize that name, and I just sent it to John. I didn't actually send it to Waddy.
It's messed up.
But this actually just covers a point that we covered, so I want to play it really quick.
One part of the show that I remember stuck out to me, especially on my rewatch of the Boo arc with MJ, was a point when Goku is on the Kai planet and he gets to see through Supreme Kai's orb how the kids learned fusion and are starting to fight on Super Boo. At one point, they fuse and they turn Super Saiyan 3 for the first time, and then the Kais look at Goku and they go, oh my god, they are so strong, they're able to do Super Saiyan 3. Are they stronger than you? And then Goku looks at them and is like, I'm so proud of these boys. Just completely skirting the question. So that's my favorite part of the Boo arc that I can remember recently. Anyways, bye.
I love Ryan.
Yeah.
No, thanks for adding that. I genuinely forgot Goku was on the Kai planet watching all this through an orb.
Yeah, I forgot too. And I feel like this is the saga in review that people are going to be like, wait, no, that doesn't happen at this point. That doesn't happen.
That's fine.
We've got senioritis. Okay.
We're so ready to be done with this thing.
Graduation is like next week. And
oh my God, that's what this is. I don't give a fuck about first period. Dude, I could miss every assignment for the last week and still get an A. I don't give shit.
Yeah. That's what we're doing.
Modern Warfare 2 just came out. So like,
thank you, loyal listeners. Anyway, we'll speed through some of this.
So they fight more. Go Tanks and Boo fight more. And I really actually don't remember what happens at this stage. I think
Super Boo absorbs Go Tanks.
No, well, yeah, well, okay.
That's like the next big
that's
tentpole
right.
to happen.
So, okay, Gohan is not actually dead. We need to introduce this.
Oh yeah, we do. You're right. Sorry.
There's just so many things in this arc. Gohan is actually knocked out.
Right.
And it gets saved by Supreme Kai, who takes him to his planet. Goku just fucking shows up there. He's like, knock, knock. Hey, the highest plane of all interdimensional otherworld space. Hello, I'm Goku, hero of everything. So I'm just going to walk in.
He got another pass to leave heaven?
No, it's in heaven.
Oh,
it's like in that space. Anyway, so Supreme Kai tells Gohan, hey, you're the only one that can really defeat Boo. I know the kids are training. They're going to die. So here's what we're going to do. There's this one magic sword that is so incredibly fucking strong that the wielder will be able to defeat Majin Buu.
We definitely went over some of this last time, but go ahead.
Yeah, you have to pull it out of the stone.
Wait, who the hell's Majin Buu now?
It's Boo. It's all
It's
Boo.
just always Boo.
Majin Boo, Fat Boo,
It gets
Evil
confusing.
Boo, Good Boo.
Is Majin like a title, or is it just a name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember Majin Vegeta? You got the M on his forehead and turned evil for a little bit.
Okay, yeah. So wait, so we got Excalibur over here.
Yeah.
Yes, it's called the Z Sword.
It's in a stone, like they got to go pull it out.
Yeah, it's on the top of a mountain.
Oh boy,
And nobody can pull it out
Nobody.
until Gohan shows up, and then he pulls it out.
just cause like there's no explanation. Just like he has to be powerful enough.
I mean, he tries really hard, but he does it.
They're not even writing new stuff anymore. They're just like, did they have senioritis? Are they just like, how do we get this to the end?
I
people?
don't know, maybe. So then they're using the sword, and then Goku shows up and he's like, wow, cool sword, son. I wonder what it can cut in half. And so they're cutting stuff in half, and then Supreme Kai is like, oh man, look guys, I can manufacture the hardest material in the known universe, and we're going to chop that in half. So he chucks a ball full of the hardest material in the universe at him, right at the sword, and the sword breaks.
Okay.
So their ultimate weapon of defeat, Boo, is broken, but then surprise, another Supreme Kai jumps out. And he's the old Supreme Kai from generations ago, preserved within the spirit of the sword.
Yep.
And he's going to train Gohan to unlock his full potential.
Yes.
Super powerful.
He's just going to
more
scale
powerful
Gohan.
than the kids.
And the way he does that is by holding his hands out and reading smutty manga
yeah.
for like
24 hours.
Oh, it is 24 hours. Yeah. What is time?
And then after that, he has to prepare further by dancing around in a circle or something like that.
He does a weird little fart dance first. And then, and the reason that he's doing this is because Goku whores out Bulma, Vegeta's wife.
He promises like a kiss or something from Bulma.
Yeah. I think in Japanese he talks about dad ass.
In Japanese, it's a little worse. It's a lot worse.
I think the direct translation was "you can have some a dad ass." That was exactly what it said.
It is correct.
That seems like
Eric's not going to watch. We can make up whatever we want. So
I think even I would call bullshit on that translation.
I do remember specifically something about her booty, and that was like the turning point where Elder Kai's like, "Yeah, okay, I'll train your son. If you give me some of that booty, I'll train your son." And so he does. And then Gohan becomes mega powerful, like ultimate form Gohan. He doesn't even have to turn Super Saiyan. He just fucking glows now.
He's just a little shiny.
He's super shiny.
That's cool.
What happens next? They transport him to Earth.
To go fight Boo.
I remember what happens next. I just don't want to explain it anymore because this is where the knots start to become
that's okay because
is concerned.
Sebastian has us covered again. Gohan, now powered up from an old man dancing around him, goes to Earth and pounds Super Boo until he becomes Boo Tanks. I know that's a little confusing, but what happens
Boo
is
Tanks? Does he pound the Go Tanks out of him?
I'm trying to remember in what order this happens. So Gohan goes down with his new shiny form and wants to fight Boo. So it's on Earth right now fighting Boo. It's new Gohan, Go Tanks, Super Saiyan 3, and Piccolo. And for what's the reason, John? Who fights him first? Is it like Gohan? All Gohan has to do is go flick Boo and Boo will be
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I'm so angry.
I can't remember if it's like Piccolo that says, "No, Gohan, let the kids do it. It's their time." And Gohan's like, "Okay."
No, then Super Boo taunts the kids like, "No, I want to fight you. You the whole time you said that we could fight, and I want to fight you specifically." Even though Boo is the fucking end of the universe and just killed the entire goddamn planet, and Gohan has the upper hand and could kill him right fucking now. He could just end this whole thing, and they could be the heroes that the show knows that they're supposed to be. But instead, regardless of how smart everybody says Piccolo is, who is there, and how powerful Gohan is, who is there, he taunts Go Tanks into fighting him one-on-one. I hate this part so much. And then he devours Go Tanks. He he has a little glob of boo goo that's hiding in the corner that nobody can sense because and then it eats Go Tanks. And then that's it. He becomes Boo
Tanks.
Yes.
And he's got Go Tanks' clothes on and he looks a little different.
And he's super powerful. And then he's a match for Gohan now. Gohan at full power versus Boo at full power. Except, Boo Tanks at full power. Whatever his fucking name is now at full power. And then they full power fight. And Gohan's having a hard time. But Boo absorbed Piccolo. So he has a brain now and can strategize. Somewhere in there he absorbed Piccolo. I don't remember when. So he absorbs Piccolo.
That's right, he does. And
then, because why not?
Oh, we haven't even started.
Oh
yet.
Yeah, like we're just getting we're turning the key in the car.
Yeah, we haven't left the cul-de-sac yet. So after all that shit, they're like, "Oh no!" Up in the Kai planet, this other worldly realm where Goku's hanging out with like the end-all be-all gods of the universe at this point in the show, and he's like, "Oh no, what are we going to do? Gohan's down there and he's fighting and he's going to lose. What do we do?" The old Supreme Kai is like, "Well, we've got a secret technique for you, Goku.
Yeah.
That we've been saving all this time."
Of course.
He takes off his earrings and he's like, "You put this on one ear and then give it to somebody else and have them put them on the other ear. And it's a new form of fusion." The ultimate form of fusion.
It lasts forever.
It's permanent.
As long as they are wearing that earring?
No, forever, no matter what.
At that point.
As soon as you fuse with them, it's forever. And then it happens to like some of the ancillary characters just to prove that it does.
Right, yeah. The way it works is you put one earring on one ear, and then the other person puts the other earring on the other ear, and then they touch dongs, and they become one.
No, it's like magnets pulling each other.
Yeah, but it's from the waist, which is weird. Every time it's from the waist. Well, I guess both times because we only see it twice. But it
should be from the ear, but that doesn't look as cool.
No, yeah, it's way cooler. It's just like waist, bam, touch dong, become one.
That is what I would call cool. Yes. Dong first?
Yeah, Dong first.
I don't think Dong first ever looks cool.
I beg to differ.
You didn't watch the show. You don't know.
Anyway, the point is that Goku now has special technique. He instant transmissions. No, he can't go back to Earth because he's dead, right? So old Kai, who gave him the earrings, is like, I was once Supreme Kai and protector of this realm, and so I gave you the earrings and taught you about this technique, and I will also give you my life. And so peaceful meadow, he's meditating, and he's like, here I go, finally. And he slumps over dead. And then Goku's halo disappears. And then 2 seconds later, he pops back up, and now he has a halo. He's dead, but he's still on the same, because he's in Otherworld already.
And now Goku's free.
Now Goku's alive and mortal again.
Yay!
So he instant transmissions back to Earth. The plan is to fuse with Gohan, and they'll become the ultimate fighter. And so he gets to Earth, and he tosses Gohan the earring. He's like, catch, son. And then Gohan drops it.
Gohan fucking misses it. Oh, and it just goes between some rocks in the ground. The ultimate fumble from the most pronounced and defined powerful character. The show has seriously given us 15 episodes of buildup to Gohan being the guy. And he can't catch a thing from his dad, probably because his dad never fucking played catch with him as a goddamn kid. That's probably what happened. Because Goku just never actually played catch with the son. And so
did you read this point? Because I was just another one from Sebastian. Goku, now alive from the old man gifting his life, goes to Earth with magical earrings that fuse two people into one. Doesn't work because Gohan never played catch with his dad, so Boo-Tanks becomes Buhan.
That's great. That's great.
That's so good.
I didn't read that at all, and I'm glad that it's acknowledged that this is the problem here.
Yeah,
the shit fatherhood. So misses the earring. And if I remember right, Boo takes this opportunity to absorb Gohan, right? That's what happens?
Yeah. Boo-Tanks becomes Buhan, and he gets Gohan's shirt. And so now Gohan's been absorbed, but Goku finds the other earring, and he's like, oh crap, what am I going to do now? I guess I could fuse with Hercule. Hercule's been here the whole time, by the way. He just doesn't really contribute to the plot at all. So
he just hangs out. Yet. Yeah.
Unbeknownst to anybody, totally separately in the middle of nowhere, nothing, Vegeta, dead in Otherworld, gets called to the principal's office. Remember the big guy with the desk and the hat, and he's just doing all the paperwork?
Saint Pete, who is a demon.
I don't.
His name is King Yama. And King Yama's like, listen, man, we're going to bend some rules, and we're going to send you back to Earth so that you can fight Boo. And so Vegeta gets escorted back to Earth just in time to meet Goku. Goku throws Vegeta the earring and says, we got to fuse, brother. Except not really brother, because you messed that up. And Vegeta's like, takes a while, but he actually says, okay, fine, eventually. And right as they're about to fuse, Goku's like, oh yeah, it's forever.
As they're dong flying at one another. Hey, by the way, this lasts forever. What? And then bam, they become one creature, one being. So fucking powerful.
If you had to pick a name for Goku and Vegeta, oh fuck, I messed it up. His name is Vegito.
Vegito.
I was gonna have Eric make one up, and I screwed it up.
But you said it out loud.
It's not that. I wouldn't have picked that.
I still don't understand why it's Vegito.
It's been explained to us like in 4 different languages at this point, and like,
apparently Goku's name is like Kakarito in some language or something, and so that makes some sense. But anyway, so Vegito is his name. Yeah, just not in ours. So why is it in English? Anyway, the last point by Sebastian. An unalive Vegeta is taken to Earth by an old lady with pink hair who is Master Roshi's sister and is tricked into fusing with Goku, becoming Vegito, the strongest warrior in the universe, who then gets turned into chocolate. We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
I think another voicemail is in order at this point.
Oh, okay.
This one is from MJ, who was mentioned in the previous voicemail.
Yay!
Hi guys, it's MJ. I'm doing the thing that Spencer is trying to do to get out of as much work as possible for the episode or saga in review. And of course I'm driving, because when else would I have time to call you guys? And one insane thing that happens in the Boo saga that is 100% canon is at one point Vegeta kills himself to try and save the world, and it does absolutely nothing. And then a number of episodes that actually equivalent to the amount of time that in canon he was dead pass, and no one tells him anyone's dead. And so this man just thinks, that everyone is fine. Solma and Chi-Chi and his son are all alive and doing well, and nope, everyone's dead. Everyone's dead. And then they get mad at him for not knowing these things, because he was in hell. He should keep up on, the current events of the last 8 hours on Earth. But yeah, so that's that. Had a great time listening to your podcast. Bye!
That's true, and something I didn't really think of. Vegeta doesn't know that, everybody is dead when he fuses with Goku.
So he sacrificed himself, and everyone still died.
Yeah.
It was a pointless sacrifice about 5 seconds after it was done.
Yeah, but he's thinking he's all high and mighty, saving everyone with his sacrificial, life he gave. But nope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No one has the heart to tell him that, that was pointless.
Well, he knows. He knows at this point because King Yama's saying, hey, dude, we don't normally do this, but we're at the end of the show, so we're breaking all the rules, and we're going to send you back to Earth.
What rules?
And you are the only fighter who is strong enough that we have to try and face off against Boo. It would have been really fucking interesting if they had picked Cell. It would have been really fucking interesting if they had picked Frieza and some of the other previous villains.
Yeah, I think we might have touched on this in one of our episodes, because we touched on everything. But I think it would have been really interesting to see some of the villains team up with our heroes, because it's the end of the universe, and so their interests are finally aligned.
Luckily, they have something like that in Super, so there's some catharsis for me, at least, because I've seen it. But they send Vegeta there, and so Vegeta kind of knows that things are bad, or they wouldn't be sending him from hell to try and fight again. Though it is very ironic that if you go to sacrifice yourself and it doesn't work, the devil is like, hey, you want to go back and try again? You want to do better this time?
So anyway, Vegito, this fusion warrior of Vegeta and Goku, should be the strongest being in all of known creation, fights this version of Boo wearing Gohan's clothes. And a lot actually happens. Boo goes down Vegeta's throat and
don't like that.
Puffs out his muscles, and he's just like, what are you going to do now? You can't hit me if I'm inside of you.
Ooh.
And so Vegito moves all of his energy to force Boo into one section of his body, and then punches it like a punching bag. Boo turns Vegito into a piece of candy, but Vegito is so powerful that it's not a piece of candy. It's actually still Vegito, and it's just he's in a candy ball now.
Mm-hmm.
And so he flies around to the candy and hits Boo and flies through him like a bullet, and he's like, oh, I hate this. And so he turns him back into Vegito. So anyway, then he gets absorbed by Boo.
Oh, he just is I'm eating you now? Okay.
He doesn't eat the candy, though. He turns him back into a Vegito form, and then he does the same shit that he's been doing with all the other characters. A little pink blob of himself gets hidden away somewhere, and then when the heroes least suspect it, it just wraps around him and pulls him into his body, and he gets absorbed.
Even though he's the most powerful ass power man that's ever powered, he gets absorbed just like every other schmuck. Yeah.
But Boo's clothes don't change.
Whoa.
That's power. And so Boo's celebrating, thinking that he conquered everybody and there's nobody left to fight him. But meanwhile, inside Boo's body,
oh boy,
Vegito unfuses, and Goku and Vegeta have a little adventure inside the body of Majin Buu,
where they go and they fight weird blood cell looking things, and then find a big worm
who have families.
Yeah, they find a worm that goes to devour them, and then the daddy worm shows up to scold the worm about you shouldn't be rude to strangers. And then Goku asks the daddy worm, hey, do you know where my son is? And the daddy worm says, yeah, I'll show you. And then they have a fun little thing where they don't step on the lava inside of Boo's stomach, where there's all this undigested dessert stuff.
And Vegeta says, I'm a Saiyan, I won't be using the rear exit.
That's right. So they decide they have to use the front door, which I still contend is the piss hole. I know they mean the mouth, but anyway. And so then Majin Buu takes a shit, and we watch it. He turns a rock into an outhouse and takes a big old poopy.
What? Wait, this is real? What?
It doesn't actually show anything, but he feels sick to his stomach because all this stuff is happening in him that he doesn't really know about. So he makes a porta potty out of out of a rock.
Wow, we have seriously jumped the shark here.
You see, did you feel it? Did you feel the?
It's just like off a cliff, man. Like, wow.
So then they continue to adventure through the body of Majin Buu until they eventually get to the head, where they find people wrapped up in cocoons stuck inside Majin Buu. So they find Piccolo and Gohan and an unfused Trunks and Goten because they were absorbed a different way than everybody else who were just
weren't eaten. They weren't eaten like chocolate.
Yes.
They were actually absorbed.
But who was eaten and turned into chocolate and then absorbed, but is still in a cocoon, is the chubby Majin Buu, also inside of
the
his
good
head.
one.
The good one.
Yeah.
Why?
Because they realized they needed
it.
the character for something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there he is.
There he is. And then they have a nice little fight inside the head of Majin Buu, where Majin Buu manifests himself as himself inside his own head and then fights them. And then they fight Majin Buu. They blow up the Majin Buu that Majin Buu creates inside his own head, and then spend time destroying every little piece of Majin Buu, thinking Majin Buu won't come back, because conveniently they forget that they're inside of Majin Buu, who can just create more Majin Buus. And
I don't know if that makes sense, so I want to explain it a little bit more. They're inside Majin Buu, and in order to destroy Majin Buu, he regenerates. Every time you blow him apart, that part's pretty easy. You can blow him apart. But then he just gets sucked back together because he's all taffy and liquid and stuff. So the trick is you got to blow every little tiny molecule up once you explode him. And they do that inside of his own head.
I want to make it clear, I'm not saying that this part, and we did this in the episode, isn't fun, because it's entertaining and fun.
It's entertaining as hell. It's wild. It's off the rails. It's a goddamn roller coaster of a show. It's not boring.
No.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
None. It's never boring. It just seriously, it's Tim and Eric. It's like those shows on Adult Swim that you watch and you're like, what the fuck am I watching? It's never boring, but you're like, it just doesn't make sense at all.
Do I need to be high to understand this?
Right.
Or...
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Spoiler alert. I've been high and watched those shows. They're way better. They're way better. It's true. Anyway. Okay. So they fight Majin Buu inside of Majin Buu's own head, but it doesn't really work out because it's all Majin Buu. So they save the people in the pods. They grab them.
They disconnect them. But they carry their cocoons out.
Yeah, and Majin Buu starts having a meltdown on the outside. He's, oh no, what's happening? I don't know. Do I have to take another shit? What do I need to do? Scream a lot and go to another dimension? What do I do? I don't know what's happening. As soon as they leave the body of Majin Buu, they go back into being full-size thems.
Yep.
Right.
Just in time to watch Majin Buu transform into the most powerful form of Buu ever. Kid Buu.
That's right. The form that he always was from the very beginning. And we get a flashback from one of the characters saying, that's him. That's the real one. And I remember, and here's why. And we get backstory, which I don't know if we even should talk about.
He absorbed a really good guy. And the personality qualities of the good guy made him less powerful, and it made him into the big, fat, quote unquote, good Majin Buu. But do you know why that doesn't make sense? Have you figured it out yet?
No, I'm barely holding on, guys. I'm not doing any projections here.
Because the guy that got absorbed isn't the one that they pulled out of Buu. They pulled Big Buu out of Buu.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two, they pulled out the creatures that made Buu more powerful.
Yeah.
So how does 7 minus 4 equal 12?
Doing the math thing again.
That's what I was going to ask. Does he go back to being not powerful? But no,
he's more powerful than ever.
He's so fucking powerful. He's unbelievably powerful that no one can fight him.
They don't address that anywhere. Like,
well,
he just is powerful.
He is,
but I mean, how? Like, what? How? Why? Like, what's the...
Never before in this show has absorbing, and it's been actually a pretty big part of the show for the last few seasons for some reason. Never before has absorbing made you less powerful. We've never seen that before. The show just retcons to say this is the final form. He's the ultimate because generations ago he absorbed somebody and got less powerful. And it hid his true power
person
forever.
Is still in there, right?
I don't know. Technically, yes, but it's the person that made him good and fat was removed when he created the ultimate evil Boo out of his steam forehead. Remember?
I see.
So, but he
should just go back to Bad Boo or whatever.
Yeah. But it's this new form that we've never seen before. That's because somehow during all of that insanity, the good qualities that he accidentally absorbed, even when it was pure evil Boo that he was fighting, was still in both versions of Boo. And only now is it taken out.
There are plot holes in plot holes and plot holes here. Yeah, there's nothing.
I can't even...
You can't even maneuver it into anything that you might be able to kind of pass off as coherent.
I can't. That's my favorite thing, is making something that doesn't make sense in my own head. I love having the headcanon solution because it makes me feel smart, but I can't even do that with this. It's so messed up.
All right, if you're thinking on the level of Toriyama, the guy writing the show, right? He's playing 4D chess here, because have you ever played the game Portal?
Yeah.
Have you ever opened a Russian nesting doll?
I don't know. Not at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, that's an odd
Separate
combination.
things.
It's very specific. It's like if inside the Russian nesting doll, in the last one, there was a portal that led back to the big one. And Toriyama understands this because his brain is a supercomputer from the 24th century. We just don't. And so by opening the nesting doll, it goes back inside its own self.
Okay. I like this. It's just because we're dumb.
Yeah.
That's why we don't get Dragon Ball Z.
That's what
we're just dumb.
Right.
We just
this show
understand.
That's for kids.
Yes. We just simply can't
Right.
understand. So the best thing we could do now is just move on, which now there's Kid Buu. The most powerful ass power that's ever powered, again, power. So Kid Buu, to the show's credit, does exactly what we hoped Kid Buu would do.
You cut out all of the characters with Boo in their name should have been deleted from existence. Even the ones that I found interesting. It should have always and only been this version.
And 30 episodes ago.
Yeah, because he's
this
small.
Character should have been
he's tiny. He doesn't look that intimidating, but he's super fucking evil and doesn't talk. And he just screams, and like you can't reason with him. He's just this like destructive, chaotic force. And that's what it should have been, because you've had all of these like gentleman villain. That's the term that I like to use in the show before, that kind of like monologue and stuff.
Yeah.
And this was finally something different.
Just took him 4 iterations to get there.
Yeah, it's insanity. So anyway, he doesn't really kill anybody.
He blows up the planet. He just immediately creates a giant fuck off energy ball and blows up the planet of Earth. And
he's like on screen for 2 seconds and he's just like bloop and blows it up. It's great.
He's pure chaos and it's fantastic.
Everybody that was on Earth that we are aware of escapes to the
because
the Kai realm where Gohan was training.
Yeah, conveniently at this exact moment,
Goku teleports him.
No, it's Supreme Kai conveniently was going to head down to the planet to help them with some unrelated thing. And just so happens to
Wasn't
appear.
it to like give him another fusion earrings?
Yeah,
or
something like that. I'm going to help somehow, but he appears at just the right time to be able to teleport everyone to the Supreme Kai realm who is still alive.
So was Shenron and the Dragon Balls on Earth and he just destroys it?
Yes.
He just kills this dragon. Isn't the dragon like the ultimate power in the
He's only
galaxy?
there when you collect all the balls and say the thing, though.
Right.
Boo doesn't actually know about the Dragon Balls, I don't think.
No. Boo doesn't care.
And at no point during all of this did anybody say, hey, can't we use the Dragon Balls?
It seems like they'd be pretty easy to find if everyone's dead, too.
Problematically, they just used the Dragon Balls a little while ago. Remember?
Oh, that's right. They got to wait like 6 months or something like that.
They just used it. So they can't. Anytime they bring it up, they're like, we can't. They're Gohan trying to fight anything. I can't. That's what they did.
Anyway, so Earth blows up. Boo goes on a rampage that's kind of fun. He blows up a bunch of planets and a bunch of solar systems.
Yeah.
And then he makes his way to Otherworld because he learns instant transmission from Goku just because he saw it that one time.
Right. Makes sense.
So, but that's the thing though, Eric, is if you die in heaven, you die in real life.
Yeah. That's a very important thing.
You die forever and always.
Mhm.
There's no other world that we know of yet.
That's it. You're just deleted.
So he starts going after like Krillin and Yamcha and the people that have already been
Boo
killed.
is so fucking powerful that he teleports into hell/heaven and then is going to kill them in hell/heaven.
Yeah.
And if you die in hell/heaven, you die forever. Like, you're done. There's no Dragon Ball Z saving throws.
Because they used it too many times. So they were like, okay, but this time for real, though, there's no.
We've got to have something.
Your form is more durable somehow in hell/heaven. So, like, Krillin can take a hit from Majin Buu, which I think there's an extended sequence of Krillin getting the fuck kicked out of him. Am I remembering that right? Or am I just hoping?
Yeah. No. You're right.
Okay.
I just wanted to remember that. How are they going to get out of this one?
They power up a lot.
Yeah,
and
they yell and scream on Kai.
Boo's like it's sniffing blood, a shark sniffing blood in the water. He's like, ooh, powerful food over this way. So he goes where the most powerful energy is, ends up in the Kai realm. It's Vegeta and Goku versus Kid Buu, and they don't want to fuse, and they play rock, paper, scissors to see who fights him because True Saiyans fight alone.
Yeah.
Even though this is more powerful than any other enemy they've ever fought before, including when they were fused.
Yes.
Wait, but all these people aren't dead yet, right?
Vegeta and Goku, correct, are not. Yeah.
And then
Vegeta
all the
is.
people that they unabsorbed from Boo are not dead.
Well, that's actually a good point that we forgot to mention. Those cocoons.
Yeah.
Nobody escaped from the cocoons, and they forgot to grab them before Earth blew up.
Okay, so only Goku and Vegeta got out.
Yeah, we fucked that up. Yeah. And they saved
Goku, Vegeta, Hercule,
Dende.
and Dende.
Who we haven't mentioned one
Dende's-
time. He's just been floating
He's
around.
not important. He's the keeper of the Dragon Balls, but it's irrelevant. 'cause they didn't
He's
use him.
important for one thing
Okay.
at all. But yeah, he's
He can heal people, but you've seen that.
and also he doesn't fucking do it at all this arc. The thing that I'm talking about is he uses his memory and goes, "Oh yeah, we'll get there." So, all right. There's fights that now happen, and it's been established this Buu is the most powerful Buu that's ever booed.
Which they said last time.
Goku goes Super Saiyan 3. He just fucking snaps. He just boom, I'm Super Saiyan Goku, bitch, and they fight, and it's epic and awesome, and somehow, despite all explanations to the contrary, this level of Goku is completely able to keep on level with Super Buu, or Kid Buu rather, the majority of the time.
Yeah, the math.
Why?
The math.
Because 7 minus 4 equals 12.
But also 4 plus 7 equals 12.
4 plus
I know we're
7
supposed to be
equals
like
1.
neutral arbiters in this, but it's so dumb that they're like, Goku goes Super Saiyan 3. Obviously, he shouldn't be able to hold his own, but he does. He's fighting Buu, and he could win, maybe. So we have to invent a new problem. Goku can't maintain this form. He's losing his energy. He can't keep it up.
Yeah, he just can't get it up.
Yeah, and so that is the problem. So he can't stay Super Saiyan 3. So he goes back to normal Goku. But like
A problem he's never had before.
yeah, but like you had it. Like he's already fought Super Saiyan 3 Buu, and then Vegeta fights Buu and loses, but fuck it. I don't remember what happens. But Vegeta eventually says, we're going to do a spirit bomb.
Yes.
Do you remember?
Vegeta has to try and like sacrifice himself.
But there's no one to power the spirit bomb. There's no spirits left, right?
Oh, Waddy, they thought of that.
Oh, don't worry. We got that plot hole covered up with this nice big old round piece of duct tape. We used a scalpel, so it fits right over the hole. You'll never see it. Vegeta fights Buu and gets the shit kicked out of him so that Goku can learn that he just has potential
No
dysfunction
energy
right now.
Yeah, he can't.
Potential dysfunction. He can't get it. He cannot power up. And so Vegeta comes up with a new plan. And when I say Vegeta, I mean Dende? No, or is it Vegeta? Somebody remembers that there are more Dragon Balls in the universe.
Convenient.
Do you remember the name of the planet where the other Dragon Balls are, Waddy? You have heard of it before.
Yeah, Namekia.
Yeah.
Planet Namekia, which is actually called Namek, but I love Namekia.
Which is actually called New Namek, but I like Namekia.
Yeah,
more,
I was going to
actually.
say New Namekia, but
Oh, that's a great name.
It is.
I like that a lot.
You should write Dragon Ball Z.
the writing's too good. It would have never taken.
So they remember there are Dragon Balls there, and Dende, who has been useless as shit, is able to coordinate the usage of those Dragon Balls and then they have another like, oh, I can't teleport, but I can't teleport, and I can't teleport, I can't.
Like everybody has telepathy, but nobody can teleport. So they're stuck on these phone calls. And like, I don't say that to mean like we've established that these characters can't teleport, but they do have telepathy. No, suddenly for no explained reason, characters that can teleport can't teleport, and characters that have never used telepathy can somehow use telepathy from hell or heaven all the way to the real world, all the way to the planet New Namek.
Wow.
Anything can happen at any time for any reason. It's complete
We're
nonsense.
off the rails, yeah.
They don't try to explain it. It just happens and you got to deal with it.
Yeah. So, all right. They get the new Dragon Balls and they wish for, what do they wish for? Do they wish? Let me ask you, Eric, what do you think they wish for in this situation?
They have 3 wishes.
They have
That's
3
very
wishes.
important.
What do they ask for in this situation?
How do you think this plan works?
How do they solve this Boo problem?
With 3 wishes.
I mean, it would be too easy to just wish someone was powerful enough to defeat Boo.
Yeah.
So
That'd
you
be
mentioned
dumb.
the spirit bomb. So I'm going to say they bring people back so that they can power their spirit bomb.
It's very good.
Correct? Yes.
So they like bring the world back or whatever. That's all I can think of.
Well, they need a guy to be able to channel the spirit bomb.
But they have Goku.
Oh, but remember, he's got,
He can't.
what'd you call it, John?
Ten-child dysfunction, yeah.
Dysfunction.
So, yeah, I don't know.
They wish him back to full power.
Okay.
They give him a sensu bean
So wait.
via Dragon Balls, basically.
So wait, they have a wish, and they wish to bring him not quite powerful enough to defeat Boo.
yeah.
Almost,
Yeah,
but just not quite.
They don't make him any more powerful. They just wish him back to full power. Not, I wish Goku had enough power to beat Majin Buu.
I wish he could go Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah.
Just
That actually kind of would have been a pretty fun ending. They don't do that. I wouldn't have liked
or
if they
that
had done
Boo
that,
was less powerful, or
but- yeah. Well, yeah.
anything like, that makes sense.
I wish Majin Buu was trapped in an impenetrable, everything proof box.
for the rest of eternity.
They wish for Goku to be full power. The dragon's like, easy. He just does it. Like the other wishes.
That's the
like,
shitty part too. I forgot about
Yeah.
that. The dragon's like, oh, no problem. I got no problem
Done.
at all. Are you sure that's everything? You just want a cup of coffee? I can give you like an entire coffee bean field.
Yeah.
So that you can make your own coffee. You just want 1 cup? Okay, here's 1 cup. No problem.
Okay.
Next wish.
That was a good analogy, man.
So they just
Yeah, thank you.
They
Like-
almost call it out right there. Like
They basically
Yeah,
do.
like they know it's a shitty thing and they do it, and then they make fun of themselves for
First
doing
wish
it.
is bring the planet of Earth back. Second
Yeah.
wish is to bring the humans back. Everybody that Majin Buu killed who was a good guy. If you remember, Vegeta specifies everybody who
Yeah.
was a good guy, which I guess it's up to like, who decides that? Is that the dragon
Yeah.
deciding who is a
Yeah,
good
the dragon is
person?
the arbiter because he decides to to bring Vegeta back to life. Vegeta's halos goes away,
It's true.
But Vegeta was just in hell. So, I mean,
but he gets back to life, so he's a good guy now.
but why is a good guy going to hell?
It's a good
Because over the
question.
course of 4 episodes, he went through Majin Buu's body.
Over the course of like
and
40 episodes, but within the show, it's been like 4 hours or something like
if
that.
right? Like, what the fuck? So,
Eric's having so much.
This is so good. I'm just watching, like, it's like a dream come true. Honestly, it's like you. I can't
just
even
wanna
find the
know-
right analogy, but
Was it worth it to go through this whole podcast to get to this
gosh,
point?
that is a good question. It might be. It almost might be. Like the amount of times that John's hand has touched John's brow of just like, oh my gosh, like I can't even talk about what this is anymore. It's phenomenal. I've loved this.
I just got to put this train back on the tracks, dude.
Yep. We got to get there.
I want to get
We're
to the
basically
point
there.
where you are, because we're really close. We just have a little jump to make, which is Goku needs all the spirit energy from Earth, but because he's making the spirit bomb, right? And the way they do that is King Kai out of fuck nowhere has apparently been listening to this the whole time and pops in and goes, "Hey, I can translate your words to brain thoughts for the whole human race. Let me do that now." And they let Vegeta try to convince the human race to give up their energy.
Oh, all right. So
John's having like a deep introspection.
Yeah,
I'm just going to get there. They gather the earth energy by using Hercule Satan as the voice of the people, and then he uses the people's tongue, and they go, okay, I'll give you my energy, and then they do, and then they kill Majin Buu, and now you're where we are. There.
I mean, it is probably the best part of the whole saga, where this is from Corey, one of our fans. He wrote an email. My comment about the Buu saga is that it has one of my favorite moments in DBZ where Satan is the savior of the universe.
It's great. I really
do like it. I think it's funny that the savior of the world 4 times over, DBZ almost hits like this perfect level of satire, societal commentary, and I don't think it meant to, but it does, and it's awesome. Where like nobody on Earth, because Earth isn't being attacked. Earth isn't being destroyed right now.
Yeah.
Everything's fine there.
It's like a dream or like some mass hypnosis. They don't know.
But only some of the people came back. Only the good people.
Only the good people, yeah.
That's true. So, like, what happened to the wife whose husband is gone? What happened?
They're better off, John.
I mean, yeah, but wouldn't they say, like, something's weird?
This voice of God comes over everybody on the planet.
He's
says, just put your hand up. Put your hands up, you stupid humans, and donate your energy, and we're going to win this fight and save the universe. But they're like, no.
Yeah.
I don't see any problems here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to interrupt my life for you. And so like it takes like 2 or 3 times until finally this celebrity, the quote unquote savior of humanity, Hercule Satan, comes on and is like, no, hey, it's really me. I want you to put your hands up and donate energy. Do it. It's really happening. And that's when everybody does it.
So
when
good.
the celebrity tells
imagine
him.
If like I'm trying to equate a celebrity like Mike Tyson,
Keanu Reeves.
No, like Keanu Reeves would be good. I was going to say like Matt Damon.
I'm trying to pick the one that like literally everyone likes.
Tom Hanks.
Paul Rudd.
Ooh, Tom Hanks is pretty good.
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd. Yeah. Just the person. Hey, everybody, lift your hands up, and you're going to feel really tired afterwards. But you're going to save the universe.
Yeah.
And people are like, my Costa Vita, I'm busy. My hands are busy.
I got things. Like, why would I?
Yeah. It's kind of amazing. I'm like, yeah, that's what we would do.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is.
That's the humanity's reaction to everything. Mm-hmm. It's great. But yeah, it eventually works. Hercule Satan saves the world, the universe, actually, and they defeat Majin Buu. This big old ball of energy Goku's holding from the... It's also kind of sucky that it's only, I said this before, I apologize, listeners, but it's only energy from the people from Earth. It doesn't show any of the other planets in the entire universe, like aliens and shit. It also doesn't show those planets coming back to life that were blown up. Or anyone, well, did the Nameks donate their energy, John?
It happened. Like
I don't remember seeing it, but
during I don't care. Let's end this thing. So he dies, and now you're caught up, and you've seen the rest, and that's the whole fucking Buu saga. It's the whole thing. We're done. Yamcha's in a car, and they have a party, and there's a dance, and then the Buu is Oob now. And now they're going to be best friends, Goku and Oob, and they're going to have a little dance party on the beach, and they're going to fucking get stronger.
Anyway.
Wow. That is
better than I ever could have imagined.
That is a wild ride.
Dude, I know you probably didn't even pay attention to like half of that, but it's fucking nuts. It's absolutely nuts.
Oh no, I know you guys cut out a bunch of the fluff too of just
yeah.
It's the complete fucking, it's so hard to explain because there are moments that are so fucking good, but then there are moments that are so fucking terrible, and it's so difficult to give the good moments the beauty and the praise that they deserve when you're constantly, it's like being off while being stabbed in the neck. It's like so hard to. I won't, but it's just the first analogy. Okay,
maybe not the neck, but just somewhere.
Like fucking being being stabbed. It's like
eating your favorite candy bar after brushing your teeth.
Well, forever.
Yeah, it's like you can't enjoy this thing that you love so much because there's this constant other thing just interfering.
The other thing is awful, but then that thing that you like is so good. It's like, I got one. It's like, you know how this is gross, and I apologize.
I think your first one was pretty good.
When you do the first one, you should just bleep it so that they'll never know, because it wasn't that bad. But it was great.
I don't feel good about Ayuku here in that.
Well, that's exactly that's kind of where I'm at. But the moment leading up to I've got one, like that, you're trying so hard, and you finally get it.
I do have one. So, and this is a little gross, but I think this is the best one I'll come up with. You know, when you throw up a food, you don't want to eat that food anymore.
Oh yeah. That's how. What happened to you, Eric? You did Arby's?
No, I had like pizza that had tons of toppings on it. So now like heavy laden pizzas that have like 10 ingredients are just like, nope, can't do it.
Okay. But what's yours, Spencer? Everybody's got one. I think everybody's got one.
Oh, it's wine.
Yours is wine?
I have a really hard time with wine. If like dark reds, because on 2 separate occasions I drank boxed wine, and it just happened to be that like deep red, and I did not handle it well, and so I know it's a drink, not a food, but like
still
every time there's a fancy dinner, I got to be like, do you have like a like a pink Zinfandel?
Yeah, hey, Zinfandel, whatever the fuck. That's delicious. I love that.
I know it's really good. It's just not like a classy.
No,
No,
that's a I'm gonna get day drunk during work hours kind of wine. Like that's not.
That's exactly. Yeah, it's got to be as close to a wine cooler as possible.
You're right. Yeah. Okay. So
what's yours, John?
Mine,
I can't get out of this.
I guess 3. First one is pizza. When I was like 6, and I couldn't eat pizza until I was like 25. Yeah, seriously.
Oh, okay.
That's
Next
rough.
one is nacho cheese Doritos when I was like 8, and that one to this day I can't. The association is so heavy.
Oof.
And here's the analogy. Every year for my birthday, the present that my mother makes for me is a food called beef bourguignon. I fucking love beef bourguignon. It is my absolute favorite food. It's just everything that I adore. It's bacon and mushrooms and pearl onions in red wine. It's so fucking good with beef. Oh, it's so good. And egg noodles, bitch. Oh,
that sounds good.
It does sound really good.
Yeah, can your mom make us some?
Probably, yes. And it would be amazing. And then when I was 26, I ate it too fast and threw it up.
Oh.
No.
And the next day, I powered through it and ate more because I love it so much. The next fucking day, because I
would
love
have
it
waited
so
until your
much.
next birthday at least.
And then I threw it up again.
Oh, no.
And the next day, I ate the fucking rest of it.
John, don't. John.
To this day, when I eat beef bourguignon, I think about that because I still get it every year for my birthday. But God damn it, like that association is there forever. That is what this saga of Dragon Ball Z is. It's eating your favorite fucking food in the universe and then throwing it up.
It's eating beef bourguignon for your birthday.
And then loving it so much that you're going to eat it again the next day.
I can't believe you have a real world example that's so close to what the hell.
Yeah, that's so good.
That's what this feels like. That's exactly what this
the crazy thing is you've gone through it again here with your favorite show.
Oh my God. I had an analogy for this, what Spencer and my experience is like, and it's based off of his coffee cup analogy. It's like we have 45 cups of coffee and we're going to drink them all in a row. And some of them are like delicious macchiato lattes. Some of them are like candy. They're not even coffee anymore. It's just bullshit sugar. And then other ones, it's 7-Eleven coffee that they left on the burner for 20 years. And it's just all in a row. It's like back to back to back. And we're just shooting them. There's espresso shots of just like shit. Whoa, I'm just shit. Oh, man, shit. And it's so hard to explain that in 2 hours. That's
those bad ones stick out. Those are some good analogies, John. Now you're coming in clutch with the final episode analogies.
I want to take a shower.
Rinse the DBZ off of yourself.
I like just because like part of me feels so bad that over the course of this show, we turned into haters when that's not what I wanted to do. That's not what Spencer wanted. That's not what either of us wanted.
The point was to torture Eric.
That's what this guy wanted. It's what this guy wanted.
I'm glad that you're at the end of this, you got something, but like in my heart of hearts, the fan part of me that I still have contact with, like just the kid that just enjoyed the show, is very upset. And I'm not like, Spencer was mad at Kid Him in the last episode that we did. Like, I'm mad at Kid Me. Like, you little freak. Why the fuck? I'm not mad at Kid Me. I'm just like, I'm upset that this thing that Kid Me liked so much turned out to be a big pile of shit under a magnifying glass when you look at it through that lens.
Well, that's the great thing is like you still have that memory of the time you ate the beef bourguignon or whatever it is as the pinnacle of food. Like that is still there. You know it's good. You know you had this experience that was phenomenal. But now it's just the vomit. You just got the vomit memory too.
I just feel like I need some distance so that I can reassociate with those childhood memories and the memories of like being legitimately impressed.
That's what I want to hold on to the most.
I think that those will probably shine through. Yeah. It's like there's this thing that I've heard about during childbirth, after childbirth, where like all the pain, like all the unpleasantness about it is just kind of forgotten. Like the brain just kind of dumps it and you just remember the good parts. And it's like, it's one of the reasons why people procreate because they forget. We're tricked by our brains into thinking that it's a good idea to do it again. It's kind of like that. Like you just kind of got to give it time to cleanse itself so that we can get rid of all the crap.
Well, and I think like this is why people are so cool because like I feel like we have this ability to focus on the positive. And I believe that humans and people are generally positive, and we find that in things. So I love that you guys found that in Dragon Ball Z, and I hope that it becomes that at some point, like it just like the badness just slides off it, and it is the good parts that we focus on.
I love that the most positive statement about humanity that we've ever made on this podcast is by Eric,
the guy who hates.
The guy who hates.
The one who hates.
Yeah, he who hates. And you're right. I do focus on the positives. I can't speak for Spencer, but I
try.
Still love. I know it doesn't come across that way because I'm a pessimistic fucking asshole, but still, deep down inside, I love Dragon Ball Z, and it's still one of my top favorite shows. I would not actually recommend somebody watch the whole thing all the way through, but like...
No, I don't think I would either.
I love it. And we'll have a whole thing on it in the next episode. I'm in the middle of writing a genuine essay. So
I love the duality of this. I don't know if there's anything else out there like this. Like that's kind of it's pretty cool. Whew.
It's time for a mid-roll shout out at the end of the episode because we fucking forgot. This is the part of the episode where we like to thank all the patrons that hit a certain tier on a Patreon. And I'm going to have somebody else do it because my throat is shitty right now.
Have Eric do it. Mine's actually kind of pretty.
Mine too.
No, it's not just an excuse.
I've yelled a lot.
Fine, I'll do them all. But wait, so I'm confused, guys, because we normally do them in 3 sections. We do the big tier, and then the middle tier, and then the smaller tier, right?
Yeah.
Middle tier includes a couple tiers.
Yeah, middle tier's a wider range.
But we already did MJ Snyder and The Fish and Tyler Hyatt, but now I'm doing them again?
Yeah, because they're paying us $50. We should say their name like more than twice.
All right, I'll say your name twice. MJ Snyder and MJ Snyder and The Fish and The Fish and Tyler Hyatt and Tyler Hyatt.
That's not what we meant.
That's not what we meant, but that's
now they've got 3 times that we've said their name.
They're going to have 4.
They're going to have 4.
At least 4. Yeah, you're welcome. You guys got an extra, just one more time of hearing your own name, and we all like that, right? But also on this list is Dr. Briefs, Oh No, Zoe, Andrew Winden, Erwin, Dan Schmate, and Eric White. Thank you so much, you beautiful, beautiful human beings.
That was wonderful.
So,
what's next? Is that it?
So that for the next episode that we're doing, Eric's going to be there, right?
Do you want to be Eric? I know you've got a busy March.
It's the last one.
But it is like the last one. Like, I would love for you to be there.
I would love it if you were there.
It's going to be another Q&A episode, and, like, I kind of want to get your perspective of just sort of, like, being the star of the show, but also in the peripheral.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Yeah.
We're just going to, like, shoot the shit about the podcast for a couple hours. And
yeah, I feel like I need to be on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Count me in.
Sweet. Then I've got some questions for you. Next time on Eric Hates Dragon Ball Z.
Spencer, give us a big thick next time. This is the last one you get to do.
This is the last.
Oh shit, you're right. Hang on.
Do it for like 3 minutes. Hold out the word next for about 3 minutes
as
and
long
get
as
louder
you
and
can.
louder.
Yeah, if your voice is going to give out, now's the time for it to give out, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. In this one final thing, man, oh man, we may have reached the end of the Dragon Ball Z reviews, but there's still one more DBZ anime outing with Eric, John, and Spencer. Find out what it is next time on Eric Hates Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
That was great.
Yes.
I feel like I tore something.
I'm going to add so much fucking reverb to that. Like, so much.
You're going to hear it while he's doing it. There's that much reverb.
It's just like they do in Super Saiyan, where they like slowly increase the verb knob. That's what I'm going to do.
Oh,
So
cool.
Have Super Saiyan voice.
Yeah, turn me Super Saiyan, Daddy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's really odd. Don't fucking please.
I feel like I'm getting stabbed in the neck right now.
I feel like, yeah.
Oh, it's so good. Let's let Eric eat his Costa Vita.
Been right here teasing me.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening to Eric Hates Dragon Ball Z. He and we
Eric,
probably hate the show.
You should just start eating right now.
But yeah, seriously, we'll just do the outro for you. Fuck it.
This is
Eric's
gonna
got a bunch of
take
food.
me a
He's gonna
while.
eat it. Who cares?
That's fine. Just start digging into some dinner.
If you like the content that we produce, we have a whole network of podcasts, and we have other podcasts. You've heard of them if you've been at the end of this part already. Check us out on Twitter and at what is it? Twitter.com/EricHatesDBZ.
Probably.
Yeah, I think so. At Eric Hates DBZ.
Yeah. And then also on Instagram, it's something. I think it's the whole thing on Instagram because it's crazy. Eric Hates Dragon Ball Z.
Eric Hates Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, it sucks.
Also, other stuff. I write music for this.
You can find more of his music on SoundCloud under the name Burn7.
So thank you very much to our patrons. At the end of every episode, we want to shout every single one of you individuals out because you mean so much to us. And seriously, it's helping to propel us into the other world. That sounds like you're
Multiverse.
killing us.
Yeah.
That's not good.
But in a good way.
It did good. Hearst ran out of gas. Andrew Lewis. Esquilito. Tyler Hyatt. Dan. Shia. Erwin. Tom Prochnicki. Mr. Antiquity 37. Nicholas Archer. It's actually just Nick Archer. I don't know why I added that. It's like when people add Jonathan to my whole name and I'm like, what the? No. Sorry, Nick. Nathan Rocky. Rod Key. I don't have glasses on. MJ Snyder. Felix Rodriguez. Alex Lau. Kershaw. Ayoku and Dad. Artex the Creator. Lori. Eric White. Croy Keener. Dr. Briefs. CJ Collins. Marcus. The fucking fish. Oh, Noe Zoe. And Andrew Winden.
Thanks for taking care of the shouts outs, guys.
Hey.
The shat's out? Yeah.
The shats out.
The shit outs. We did
The
it.
shats out of the bag.
It's a boom, pun, done. Fuck it. Close. We're
That
done.
was so easy. We've never done one that fast before.
It's because it doesn't have anything to do with Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, yeah.
That's true. Good point.
Well, it's hard to go Shen wrong with Dragon Ball Z.
That's
No, it
true.
isn't.
It's such a 10 out of Go 10 that it's the most supreme kind of high. I just can't go Han any further.
I feel like John has been like,
That was, John, that was absolutely incredible.
yeah.
Hey, thank you. I was afraid I was gonna freeze up, and I wouldn't be able to sell you on all of the puns that I was doing, but I enjoyed them.
How many weeks of work has this been?
I was trying to like interject and like add to it, but he just kept going.
He just had them all.
I think I'm broke. I am.
He was on a roll sheet.
He's on a master roll sheet. Oh, it didn't take me very far, but we got. Oh, I'm out. I'm out of gas now.
You ended the whole thing with a failure to launch.
Oh, fuck! I was gonna do launch because I said gas, and I was like, yeah, okay, good job. Thank you for helping me out there. Oh my god.
That's impressive, guys.
I mean, it's the last time.
Yeah, it is.
Whatever we do next, it will not involve puns.
It's true.
Yeah, no.
It's the last time.
What I really want is for you, Spencer, to just say Goku, and then I'll add that in after like 8 seconds of silence. Because we've done that before, where you just throw you saying Goku at the end. Let's just
Goku. Yajirobe.
No, don't
Krillin.
name more. Just the one.
Master Kai guy. Who's the mercenary Tao? Flying Nimbus. Icarus.
Are there other kinds of Nimbus?
There's the majestic ground
Rolling Nimbus.
Yeah, they're like the sailing Nimbus. Like there's
That'd be fun. Yeah.
How is there not like a Wind Waker Dragon Ball?
Right at the third, after the third gym, you get the sailing.